Let me clear my throat. Ayy. Alright, guys. What's up? Was the Marangana show, but we're changing this. We're changing the title to Stephen D. Lyles. The Stephen D. Lyles Show. Marriage and relationship counseling. It's what I do. But for here, we do this for entertainment purposes only. Once again, this content is for entertainment purposes only. So let's get into it. Tonight's show is about a specific subject. And let me look on my YouTube. Yes, go to the YouTube. You're going to have to go to the YouTube. And we titled this one, Hungry for Power. Like, hungry hippo. Hungry for power. The Eve addiction. Let's see, we got people up in here. Where my people at? Alright, there y'all go. Come on, get on the show. Come on now. If y'all want this to continue, come on. Alright, there you go. Popping up like wildflowers. Alright, tonight's show is titled Hunger for Power, the Eve Addiction. And what do I mean by Eve? Y'all know the biblical history, Adam and Eve. At the beginning of creation, you had Adam, created by God, for those of you who are believers, created by God to rule the world, to be made in the image of God, as he was. God formed many animals, told Adam, as we know it in English, the name Adam, name about all the animals of the air, land, and sea, as you please, because you was formed in my image. But after a while, Adam got so tired. He said, Lord, I named all the animals. I did all the work that you've given me. And one thing I realize is each one of these animals, insects, whatever it is, they have a mate. But I, Lord, I, my God, have no mate. Why is that? For God foreknows all things. So in being that, as the history goes, he laid Adam down, put him to a deep sleep, remove a rib, a lung, whatever you want to call it, and then formed woman. And out of that woman came Eve, as we know her name in the English language. So Eve became the first mother, the first woman. Now, the Eve effect, what is that, you may ask? Adam was formed. See, a lot of people get this mixed up. Adam and Eve was not formed in the image of God. Adam was formed in the image of God. Eve was formed out of Adam to be a subservient, to be a helper or helpmate. However you want to critique the language. However you want to edit it. It all leads to the same thing, a helpmate. So therefore, Eve had her place, Adam had his place. Then you get the story of the devil, Satan himself. He comes along, as the story goes, taking possession, because he's a spirit being, taking possession, not that of a human, because there were no other humans at the time. Adam and Eve were the beginning of the race of human beings. So it would make no sense, or the devil will have no ability to duplicate that. So he took possession, and that of a reptile, as we know, called a snake. Now I'm not going to get all into the details, but I want to get to the outcome. And the outcome of everything is what matters. We're getting our guests on in a second. The outcome is what matters. The outcome was what? It was Eve's being in her position under Adam, spoken by the devil himself, that if you just do this act of defiance or disobedience, you will be just like God, knowing good and bad, and you surely will not die on this day. See, the devil told the truth with a lot of lies mixed in. Because you could tell the truth and still lie without lying, because you're not telling the whole truth. You're holding back information. And on that particular day, Eve did not die, nor did Adam, but 1,000 years to God is but one day to man. So in actuality, Eve did die in one day. You see what I'm saying? The devil will give you somewhat truth, but it's not all truth, all understanding. But going back to that, the devil told Eve that you will be just like God, knowing good and bad. They took the bite of the fruit, whatever that fruit may have been, and from that moment they understood good from bad. Because at that particular time, all they knew was good. Because all they were was good. Created to be that. See, God foreknows all these things. So these things had to happen. I wrote a book about this. If y'all want to go on Amazon, it's called, oh man, I done forgot the title of my own book. Oh, I'm trying to think of it now. The Art of Sin. If I'm mistaken it, forgive me. I put it in the description box on YouTube for you guys to check it out. It's free on Amazon Prime. But back to the story. It goes. Eve was told that she could be like God, knowing good and bad, wouldn't die. But listen to it. She wanted to be like God. Adam was made in the image of God, to be like God. But Eve wanted that. She wanted something that was out of her reach. She wanted something that was not made or created to be for her. But she desired it, even though she had everything. You talk about a provider. Adam was a provider. Adam owned everything. So of course Adam was a provider for Eve. He owned everything on earth. If she said, Adam, go give me that. Well, Adam, can you give me that? Adam was there to give it to her. Because he was dominant. He was over everything. Even after their children. It was Adam till the day that he died. But you see, it wasn't enough for Eve. Eve wanted to be on the same plateau with the same authority as Adam. And that is what began the destruction of the human race. Now, this is not to get too biblical. I have my channel on YouTube, Wheat and Tares, for that on Sundays. If you guys want to subscribe to that and get true biblical understanding, we go through the Bible, we go through the Quran, we go through it all. But look at today's matters. Eve. The Eve addiction is what? Feminism. Feminism is the Eve addiction. Feminism promotes what? That we are made equal. But you will find a lot of so-called Christians or believers, or even believers in Islam and whatever it is, that say they believe. But yet, when it comes to feminism, they on that boat, which is anti-everything. You can't serve two masters. You will love one and hate the other. Do you love feminism and hate God? Or do you love God and hate feminism? Which one is it? You can't have both. You can only choose one. So, this Eve effect that we have today as of everything that happened at the beginning of creation. Women desire to be in the position of men. They desire to run their households. They desire to be the shot callers. They desire to be the ones catered to. God never catered to Eve. He catered to Adam. But yet, Eve's daughters want God and Adam to cater to her. Completely out of the order. Completely out of order. And then, when things don't go their way, they say, oh, it's the men. It's y'all guys. Y'all no good. We did everything out of the order. We did everything anti what we claim we believe in, and it failed. So it's you guys' fault. Now, where's that logic? Let's test that logic. You have a child. You tell them, don't touch the stove. Don't touch the stove, boy. If you do, you're going to get burnt. Then you go in the other room. That child is tall enough, thoughtful enough to turn that stove back on when you leave out the room. Even though each time you see him or her go to touch that stove, smack their hand. Don't touch that, boy. Don't touch that, girl. You'll get burnt. You'll get hurt. Then one day you find yourself out of the room. They go turn the stove on. And they touch it. And they burn their hand. Ow, it burnt me. Mommy, daddy. Why you allow that to burn me? Same logic. Same logic. God has given his commandments, how things should be. But when you don't follow it, you blame God and you blame man. But these be the same ladies who sit here and say, well, I'm waiting on God. I divorced my first husband. I divorced my second husband. Well, I walked away from my baby daddy. I walked away from my second baby daddy. So I'm just going to sit here and wait on God to give me what I want. Don't you know that God is not listening to you at all? And that's why when you started listening and waiting for God at 30 with 2 baby daddies, 3 baby daddies, now you're 40 with 4 baby daddies, God didn't respond. He's not hearing you at all. You are out of order. He will not deal with you. There's a scripture in the Bible that says that seek the Lord while he's near. What does that mean? It means that while God is close to you and telling you something, hey daughter, do it this way in order that I can bless you. But you continue to do it your way. There's a point that God is like, you know what? I've been patient with you and you refuse to listen and you refuse to do it your way. So I'm going to remove myself completely from your life. There are no more blessings. God is no longer working. The only thing you're left with is a devil to work for you and on you and in you and at you. And what that brings is nothing but chaos. Then you find yourself with multiple partners on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis, whatever it may be. But you find nothing that can stick because you've done it your way, your whole life. This is why men were created to be in place of leadership. When ladies lead themselves, they lead themselves right into a ditch. And that goes for the ones who listen to these false, fake-ass pastors too. Goes for the same bunch. But there's a bigger story going on. But let's get our people up in here. Before I continue, we're gonna get some guests up in here. So if you guys coming on the show, ladies only, no men. If you're a man and you request and I put you on, you're banned for life. You guys are gonna acknowledge what I say and obey it. Do you understand? Should have got my bottle of water while it's away. All right, here we are. Here we are. Let me do something. All right.
Hi. Am I invisible? Can you see me?
Yeah, are you a Muslim?
I have my hat on.
Get it done. Get it done. Get it done. All right. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. I was about to get more in depth to what I'm saying. And as I'm talking, stop me when I'm wrong. Let's get. All right, she's coming on.
The way you clap your hands, like.
See, this is how I look when my hair ain't right. I'm trying to grow my hair back. And you know, when my hair is growing back, it's so messy. So people going to have to deal with it. There we go. What? What? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Can I get a welcome? Can I get a thank you? Can I get something?
Thank you.
All right, welcome to the show, Jenny. Jenny and Rookie.
Thank you.
As I was saying, I got Ghana and Niger in the house. Ghana, the Ghana lady. We're going to do this again.
No.
All right, the Ghana lady. You don't have no earphones?
Me?
No, Jenny.
I do.
So what's the echo? Again.
Again. Okay, let me.
All right. What I'm saying is this. It's time to make a decision. The ladies have to make a decision. And what decision is that? The ladies have to make a decision in the community. It's not just Black America. We're talking about Africa now, too. The ladies are going to have to make a decision. Are you willing to hand power back over to the men? The reason why I say that is this. The world we live in is a world that is placated, and how should I say? It caters to women. But I said this before, it moves so far on one side, became one-sided, that dealing with America and Black America, only in Black America this exists, but it exists for a reason. That the women in Black America are the ones with the power. They're the ones who get hired first. They're the ones who get hired for CEOs, so forth. You know what? One of you guys going to have to turn your volume down until I get with you.
Okay.
Just both of you don't turn it down that you can't hear me. Just down a little bit. All right. So on my YouTube, I get an email from YouTube yesterday. It's doing a celebration of Black women creators. It didn't say anything about Black men. It didn't say anything about Black people. It is something about a celebration that they're having for Black women creators. When we look at the job structure in America, a lot of they hire in jobs, managers, supervisors, CEOs, district managers, whatever it is, it goes to Black women when it comes to Black people. If we look at the programs in Black America, there's 1 million programs for Black women, very few for Black men. And this is done purposely. It's done to create a divide that's already there and been there since the 1980s, since a crack epidemic. But before then, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, when black people became so-called free, the black man was the one working. Sometimes the mom or the wife would go out and work a part-time job, sometimes a full-time job, being a caretaker for white people children. But the home structure was still there. Now it's been flipped on the opposite side. And I talked about this before with welfare and all that coming into. I don't know if you know, Jenny, but in order to get welfare or help from the government, you have to be a single mother. If you're a family that's struggling, the government don't want to help you. Only if you're a single mother. So the government influences you to remain a single mother so that they can garner you, whatever, or they can give you assistance. And it played out to the black community so much that in order to get these government subsidized, like welfare, food stamps, childcare, all these things, you had to be a single mother. And if the black father was in the home, they denied you of all benefits. And it remains that way today. And when jobs are given in the private sector and so forth, the majority is given to black women. And it's done that way so that you can pit black women against black men. It's done that way that you give black women a higher earning income. You promote to them, go get your education. You set them into these colleges at a higher rate. So then they can put themselves up on a career path more so than paying attention and being focused on the foundational things that build black wealth, which is true black wealth, which is family structure. But as long as you keep the black woman making more than the black man, you're going to keep them divided. Because with money comes power. Unfortunately, that's the way the world works. It's not with everybody. There's an exception to all rules in life. But as long as you structure it that way, you're going to continue to bring up these black women who have a lot of vitriol, a lot of hate and disdain for black men who make a lot less. The average black man makes about $45,000 a year. The average black woman that's coming out of college wind up making slightly above that at around $66,000. So now you get these black women who make their $66,000 earning income a year, and these black men who are making $42,000, who don't have the same opportunities because the system is built to make it that way. So what would you get out of that? You would get the media adding fuel to the flame, which would get these black women saying that these black men are not doing enough. Never mind you that we just came out of slavery barely, 100 years ago. We're just coming out of slavery. We just became a free people. But they found a way to put it in the mindset of our black American sisters that unless he's making what this white man gave to me, knowing that it's set up that way, unless he's making what this white man gave to me, he's not on my level, and I got to level up. I got to go marry Brad, the white man. Or I got to be invested in Lee, the China man. Well, I got to be invested in Julio, the Latino man. Instead of saying that, you know what, we understand this predicament that we're in because it was systematically made for us this way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the position that they gave me. I'm going to take the income, but I'm also going to marry unto my counterpart, my black brother, who I'm going to make my husband. He's making 42, I'm making 66. So we're going to take that and combine that. I'm going to pass off half of what I have onto him so he can fulfill his manly duties and bring up the home so that there's no confrontation, there's no confusion amongst the children. Who is the authority figure in the home? I'm going to pass off that to him and let him take care of all the bills, everything. And with the half of my income, I'm going to use it for what I want, enjoy myself, do whatever, because now I'm free of all these hardships of life. I don't have to worry about how can I pay the bills or the bills going to be paid, or do I have enough saved up for this, that, and the other. I took half of my income and gave it to my husband. So now my husband is responsible for all that. So now his lead role is what it's supposed to be. Even though I might make slightly more or more, whatever it may be, I'm gonna remain within the confines of my position that God has made me to be, in order that I could be blessed and God could remain in this relationship of mine. But we don't do it that way. It's all about us. When it comes to black women, it's all about the black women. And even more so, I don't know who this is, and Joe, I don't know who that is, but even more so, before I finish up right here, before you guys talk, Rookie, you know Ice Cube, the rapper, the actor, Friday, right? Y'all seen Friday, right? But damn, you got knocked the fuck out, man. You know that, right?
Yeah.
How you get fired on your day off? You know that. Ice Cube, prominent man in our society.
He's
Been in this
short.
game for about 30 years. Been with his wife for about 30 plus years. All his children are successful. His wife remained in the background. Ice Cube came up last year, 2 years ago, when it was Trump and Biden for the presidency. And Ice Cube said, don't just give our vote for nothing at all. Our vote have to be bought and paid for, just like everybody else. You have to give us tangibles for our vote. So he went on this mission with a thing called the Platinum Plan. The Platinum Plan for Black America. It had a lot of tangibles in it that if you want our vote, you must do these things. Then you had trash ass Vivica A. Fox come on with her panel of deadbeat moms, deadbeat ex-wives. Come on, say. They had them on it. They had Ice Cube on their show. And instead of understanding what it is that we're trying to do for black people, because Ice Cube is a multimillionaire. He doesn't have to work a day in his life. He even owns a basketball league. He doesn't have to work. But he did this because he loves his people. So they had him on a show. And instead of being in agreement that the government needs to do something for black people the same way they do for everybody else, and they can't take our vote for granted anymore. Instead of being on that, on cold, they took this opportunity to bash the band. They said, well, you're talking about this Black Platinum Plan for Black America. What about the black women? What about us? We need something just for us. Imagine how freaking delusional this is. He said the whole plan was for Black America. Black America. So what they took it as Black America ain't us. We don't give a fuck about Black America. What about black women? So systematically, our own Black American women have separated themselves from us. That when you say Black America, it has nothing to do with them. They are people outside of Black America. They are people to themselves, unto themselves. They made it this way. They caused this divide. So now what we got going on is power-hungry women. Look at Patrice Pillars or whatever her name, Sellers, the so-called Black Lives leader or whatever, who's a LGBT, blah, blah, blah. When Black Lives Matter was going on in the U.S., they wanted nothing to do with black men. It was all about gay rights, LGBT. It had nothing to do with black men. It was about that and black women. No one has ever been down for black men in this country. If black men stand up and say their truth, they're called misogynistic. They're called toxic. But even though it's truth, they're called negative names. But when a black woman speaks her so-called truth, no matter how negative it is against black men, it's called her truth. That's what it is. Y'all should just listen and take it. Do you see where it's going? Do you see where I'm going with this? That when black men stand up to say, hey, black women, what you're pushing on us, this feminism and everything else and this modern day women stuff, we don't want it. This is what we want. So when we say what we want, oh, you're toxic, you're misogynistic. Oh, I don't want to talk to you. You should be shut up. You should be banned. You should be canceled. And then turn around and say there are no good black men. Black men ain't ish. Black men ain't good for me. So I'm gonna go to Brad, Lee, and Jesus. When black men are telling you what they want, but it's because you refuse to listen. And you hate what truth is. You hate the very order that God, the very God that y'all say y'all believe, y'all hate him. Y'all hate him because y'all hate his structure. His structure is man, woman, and child. Y'all refuse to obey it. Y'all out of order. Y'all want woman, man, and child. Some of y'all want woman, child, and man. It's chaotic. All your lives are chaotic. And then y'all scream, meaning ish, because your lives are chaotic. Y'all took on the way of life of a man. Instead of placating or instead of putting a man in your life at a young age, saying, you know what? I don't want to go through all the stress. I don't want to worry about paying all the bills. I don't want to have to worry about raising 2, 3 kids of my own. I don't have to worry about all this. A man is built for that. It's built for the shoulders of a man. But yet, y'all took it on. Y'all became career women. Y'all took that lifestyle on. Then y'all get 35, 40 years old. Then y'all realize that I'm done. This life has drowned me out. I can't handle it anymore. I can't handle this anymore. It's too much. I'm stressed out. I'm done. Now I'm 40, 67 pounds overweight. I can't get at the gym because I got to work all day. I can't get the type of man that I want because they don't want me. The type of man that I can deal with, the same man that I rejected then that I reject now. Because it's just the Pookies and Ray Rays. But in order to get a man who's a productive man in society, he don't want me. Why don't he want me? Why he don't want me? Because I'm overweight. He don't want me just because I'm 67, 80 pounds overweight. What's wrong with that? He don't want me just because I got 2, 3 baby daddies by 2, 3 different men. What's wrong with that? He don't like me because I wear bonnets on my head when I go out and slippers on my feet. What's wrong with that? You see the logic. The logic is backwards. That's why I say black people are backwards people. We're a peculiar people. We're the most special people on the face of this earth, but we're backwards. The floor is yours, Jenny.
You said a lot.
Start with the power
So I
stroke.
think,
Start with the power
okay.
stroke. Start in Nigeria. Start in Africa. Any parts of Africa. What do you get in
Okay.
Africa now? You're getting women who want to be career minded and being able to provide and take care and be independent of men. That's what's going on now. That's a new way of life, right?
Yeah, being a career woman, yes, it's becoming dominant here. But basically, from what I've seen, nobody or none of them actually wants to overpower their husband or the male figure. They just want to be able to provide, or like there's this words of you can never tell what happens. So in case something happens to your husband's job or something, at least you have something to make food or put food on your family's table.
Now I'm gonna tell you why what you said is not even realistic.
Okay.
Welcome back. We got
Yeah, I know.
someone new coming in, I think. Well, I'm gonna tell you why this is not realistic. See, the thing with women, being that women weren't created to be leaders, this is what women do. The minute they get what they believe is a fortune in their hand, welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you. Good evening. How you doing?
I'm fine. Where you calling from?
I'm from Nigeria.
All right, what's your name?
I'm Sunday.
Sanjay.
Sunday. You can call me Sunday or Michael.
I'll call you Michael. All right. All right, Mike. I want to be like Mike. All right. Kobe. But anyway, I'm going to get to you in a second, bro. Hang on. I'm going to tell you why that mentality is wrong, Jenny. Because
Okay.
women, this is the tendency of all women, the majority. when they come up, say they have a husband and things are working as they should be, but the woman say, "Hey, I want to go out and get a job." Then the woman start making twice more than the husband. The husband put her through school. He said, "You know what? I'm going to work. I'm going to do this for you, this, that, and the other." Now he put her on this level because he sacrificed for her. So now she's up here, he's down here. What happens? She gets around her counterparts. Then what? Oh, well, I like the way this man is. I like what this man got. They're on my level. My husband's not as well traveled. My husband's not well as educated. So I'm going to be attracted to this man that I work with in the office. I'm going to have an affair. Then after the affair, I'm going to work my way up to divorce my husband and get with him. Am I lying? When women get money, they feel like that money is power. They feel like that's power to hold over the man if he makes less. It was never designed to be about money, but this is the way it goes. My man, Michael, what you got to add to the conversation right now?
I have nothing to say. I'm just enjoying the show, Sha. I'm trying to
Well,
learn.
you're calling up here. You're going to have
I'm
to have
just trying
something
to
to say
learn.
or we're going to bounce you.
You know, all women loves money. All they care about is money. They don't love. There's no love outside there. I'm telling you the truth. That's what is going on in my country here. There's no love. If you don't have money, you can't find love. You can't.
All right. See, they laughing to make me laugh, but
It's not true. It's not totally true.
it's not totally
It's,
true. All right.
it's
I'll
not
tell you
totally
what,
true.
bro,
I'm
listen
in
to this,
Nigeria.
bro, listen. You could find a woman in Nigeria, just like anywhere else, and not have money. You have people who don't have money who make babies all the time. The thing which you need to understand is that women of a particular beauty desire men with money. Women of a particular stature. As you can even have a beautiful woman, a beautiful girl, but if she's young, she could deal with that. You now have money. But when they become of age, they begin to see what all their peers have. Oh, she has a husband. Husband bought her a house, car. Oh, she also has a husband. And now I'm with my boyfriend since my teenage years. And we ain't got nothing but a mud hut or a brick house. Or we living in a village. She's going to feel some type of way. Of course. It's natural. That's by nature. That hasn't started in Nigeria. That's started in the beginning of time. If you want to go
What?
back to the stories of Abraham with his cousin, I'm serious. When they seen and thought that the land was more beautiful, more productive on that side of the land or that side of whatever they were heading to, they chose that part. But it's
What?
my man got to understand, huh?
One thing you guys should know is that my voice is a little different today. One thing you should know is that not that women love money. Women love to be taken care of. That is it.
Yeah.
Want a man who can take care of us. You know, even when you get married, you know that there will be situations, unforeseen circumstances, things will happen. But once a woman knows she's financially secured, emotionally secured, and all that, she will be there for you. We don't want there are women who wants lots of money, like they just want money, not specifically taking care of them. They just want money, lots of money. Because if you give them this today,
Yeah.
or they ask for another thing, and they just keep asking, their needs are just insatiable. But women in general, no matter how much she has, she just wants someone to take care of her, someone who can understand her, someone who, you know, we deal with we deal with feelings. We are very, very emotional. Someone who can hold you
Yeah.
when you're crying. Those kind of little things. It's not just like women love money, women love money. We are scared
Yeah.
to,
Everybody loves money.
every woman is afraid of hunger.
The love of money is the root to all evil. They didn't say the desire to make money. They didn't say the desire to have
Yeah.
money. They said the
True.
love of money. Now you're saying that all women love money. Said the love of
No.
money is the root to all evil.
Everybody wants money. Let me put it that way. Not loves money.
But the thing is, what happens when
Not just
women get
women.
money, aside from their husbands, when they make money?
But
Why is it that, do you agree that when women make a particular amount of money, that they get the Eve effect, that they want authority, they want to be the shot caller, they want to be the one who runs the house and make the rules
No, that
in
for that
general.
Some, not all.
on the character of that kind of woman.
All right,
Not all.
we're not going to go with this. Not all. We're going to go with the majority. When seriously, let's keep it real. Keep it real. When you see women, let's go on what we see right now today. If a woman is making high earning income, take your little Nollywood movies or whatever, and she has the driver or security guard who likes her, who wants to be with her, marry her. Does she treat her that security guard the same way that she treat her counterparts at her job who earn more than her?
No.
She treat
Mm-hmm.
with what? Disdain or authority. Even if she do sleep with him or deal with him, what does she treat him like? She has authority over him. Am I not right?
Right.
Yeah.
And what do that bring you down to? The Eve effect. A woman who loves to have authority over men. That's Eve. That's your mother. Y'all born from her. All of y'all. Y'all was born out of the womb of Eve. At the end of the day, when you take it all to the beginning, y'all will have her same characteristics to the day you die. It's genetics.
You know, how do you put it? Most women cannot handle power, just like you were saying. Most women can't handle it because it's not in our
True.
DNA. It's not in our natural state to handle power. That's not women.
Mm-hmm.
Men are supposed to handle power. When it comes to home, your husband is supposed to be in charge. That's why we call it the head of the house. When you are at work, it depends on your qualifications. But mostly, women cannot handle power because we let it get into our head. Because, women, we go with what we hear. They'll be like, wow, she's the madam, she's the boss, she's earning high, she can buy whatever she wants. You let that get into you and you started going out of your way. You start acting like a stranger, someone who you've never been before. That's why there's this saying that money has a way of humbling you. When you have it happens to guys too. There are guys who are
Yeah, true.
so humble, so caring, so loving when they have low income. Once they have six figures in their account or they have high any money, so they have lots of money somewhere else, they be like, my level. They started treating
Yeah.
wife like a slave. It happens. So I
No,
don't
no,
know.
keep it there. Keep it right where you just said. Now, using what you just said, when these men that you just pointed out have next to nothing, but then they blow up, have a lot of things. In general, the woman that they're with, when they was poor, do they generally stay with her or leave her? No matter what they do, no matter how their ego blow up, do they generally stay with the woman?
Yeah, they do.
No.
They do
Thank you.
some.
No. Thank you. No. Let's turn it around then. Let's turn it around. Thank you. You're honest. You're honest. So I appreciate that. You're honest. Now, on the flip side, when women who are with men and they both have nothing, and she blows up, but the man still have nothing, and she's rich now, and she's around all these other rich men, does she generally stay with the man, or does she generally seek to choose someone who she feels is on her level, so-called level?
Should go for counseling.
Thank you. See,
More.
at least you're being honest. At least you're being honest about it. And this is what this conversation is about. This is what this show is about tonight. Because everything that I said is legit. It's
You
true
know
and correct.
that
But it's
what you talked about over here in America is very sad. It's really really sad because there are families who don't earn high money, like they don't earn high, but they need help, but they will never receive that kind of help. You know, I was asking you the other day that why is it that each time we're trying to do something, they keep asking if I'm single, if I'm single. Because once you're single, everything is so easy. They give you food stamps, they give you childcare support and all. Yeah, everything is so simple. So it's like you don't need a man at home. Yeah, but it's not supposed to be like that. You know, with black men over here, they're going through a lot. They're going through a lot over here, fighting every day. Once you go out of your room, or your house, you have a whole lot of things ahead of you you're facing. And so if that particular guy doesn't have enough money to take care of his home, it become a whole lot of different thing altogether. I think those are some of the reason why um they turn into someone else or something else they're not supposed to be, like frustration, beating on their wives, because you know sometimes frustration leads to those kind of things.
No, 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 no. I'm not going to let that slide. I'm not going to give you an excuse or out to say that this is why men beat on their wives. Don't throw that in there, please.
No, no, I'm not
Don't
giving.
throw that in there. No, never throw that up. Do that somewhere else, not here.
I'm just saying it's possible.
I'm
No,
not
I don't
giving.
care what's possible. I'm not going to allow anybody to sit on here and say that that's excusable or use it as an excuse why men go home and beat on their women. Don't do that here.
Wow, that's good. That's good. Okay, I'm just trying to make a point over here with women having high authority over the men because of financial situations and a whole lot of benefits that goes to just the women and not the men. I think it's all the mindset. Now slavery is not cuffing you in chains and all that. It's the mindset, like you said. So we blame it part on the system too.
Well, slavery, there's remnants of slavery still. Like you see that an immigrant can come here and get a loan day one. They get here what's today? Friday. They get here on Friday, they go to the bank on Monday, they got a loan on Tuesday. They open up a store in the black American community. That's why black people don't own anything. But you're a black man, you've seen this. I showed you this. I'll let you see personally. Black man, you have everything, credit rating the same, you have everything going on for yourself. Stable job, stable income, all that. You go for that same loan, you get turned down to do the same exact business. It's constructed to be that way. Our black sisters know this. This is not something that is ignorant to our black American sisters. Not at all. The point is that they have been handed power. We live under an oppressed society. That's just the way it is right now. Will it change? Hopefully, but it's going to take a lot of us to make changes ourselves, especially with our children. But right now, that's what it is. So the only way that we can fast track this is women get on board. But the problem is that we live in a society that everybody is for themselves. Nobody wants to sacrifice. You see that I deal with clients now. Now that I open my practice up for marriage counseling, spiritual and relationship counseling, I sit and I hear these stories, and a lot of it coming, a lot of issues that I see in relationships. They all different. They all have their different trials. They all have their differences of situations. But one thing that I see that is not for all, but generally true, is that it's something about finance. It's something about that either the lady makes more or the lady makes equal, and she wanna do her thing, and she think he should do his thing. It's not the way it's supposed to be. If you go to the Asian community, no matter how they're situated, the man is the head of the household. He pays all the bills. He directs everything. This is going to be directed here, there, and there. Even if she's making income, he's going to take her income and going to pass a certain amount on to her and take care of everything else that they plan to do. Same thing in a lot of Latino communities. Same thing in many white households. Not as much as used to be. That's why their households are breaking down just as much as ours. But the thing is that we lost sight of how it should be versus how we want it to be. ladies are going to have to understand that they're going to have to hand power back over to their man, regardless if the oppressor have given you power that belongs to him. As long as you are have that desire to hold on to that power that was illegitimately given to you, you're not going to have success in life, true success. Because success in life is not about how much money you make. It's about relationships. It's about family. It's about building that foundation, that legacy to carry on, and you repeat it so that you carry a good name. And then when you wake up on your day after the time that you pass away from this earth, that you can stand before the Lord and you did a good work. That's what it's all about. So as long as our ladies here want to hold on to that power that was illegitimately given to them, it's going to remain in chaos. You want to continue to remain with 88% of children born out of wedlock. That is unheard of. Nowhere around the world is that. Only in Black America do you have 88% of children being born are out of wedlock. That is insane. That is
Some
destructive.
some of them
That is
blame.
chaotic. So the only option, not the only, but one of the main and primary options to deflect this that is going on, to hand power back to the man. You can't name me a society in all of history, even today, where the women rule and they're able to hold up against everything around them. You can't. We could talk about this Marvel universe, Wonder Woman and the Amazonians. It's all make believe. But our ladies like this make believe lifestyle that they hear a lot. They like this have it all. When you watch movies, what do you watch? You see the high earning Black woman, the low income Black man. He cheats. She leaves. She is miserable, and then she finds this beautiful, handsome, tall man, exactly what she needs at the time of her despair. And they come together, and he gets her. He takes care of her for the rest of her life. They live happily ever after. This is some bullshit. The movies we watch is some bullshit. The Nollywood, the BETs, the TV ones, it's all bullshit. None of it is reality. How many
Good point.
how many people are coming to me now that they want their wives back, or they want their husbands back? You know why? Because y'all listen to a lie. Y'all let these fairy tale movies and books and all this stuff and the social media get into your heads. Y'all thought that, you know what, my life is not this, it should be this. Not knowing that if you got someone who's hardworking on both sides, she's hardworking, she's trying to be a good wife, and he's trying to be a good father and a husband, no matter what your financials are, y'all working towards doing the best y'all can, that's really all you can ask for in this world. Because your life is not about what you can get now, it's what about how you live your life to the end of your day so that you're in the right place when you wake up to that judgment. That's what it's really supposed to be about, but we don't see it that way. Just saying. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm just saying.
So why do you always have problem with Black women?
I'm married to a Black woman. I have Black daughters. I care for them like they everything to me. So how would I have problems with Black women? I hire Black women. They work for me. I marry them. You don't see me marrying white girls, do you? I mean, I've dated white girls when I was younger. I had the opportunity to marry a lot of white girls. What I tell you about that when you asked me, I said, because I don't want no mixed kid. I wanted my child to look just like me and have the same color as me. I want to raise beautiful Black family. I want to be able to go to my creator and say, God, I did everything that I could do for my people at the end with the days that you gave me. I don't know
But
why that's funny.
you're not in control of how where or how you find the person you love. That those kind of things are uncontrollable.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
You can fall in love with
Hey,
anybody. Doesn't matter the color of
no.
their.
If I say, you know what, it's best for me to marry a black woman, and I go over and put myself in Finland, do that really make sense?
That means you
No,
never
no,
fall.
no, no. Listen. Do that really? If I say that, you know what, it's best for me to marry a black woman, but I go move to Finland, where it's 98% white people. Do that really make sense? So I have control. I have control. I could say that I want to marry a black woman, but I'm going to move to Sweden, where there's nothing but white people, and eventually I'm going to tie the knot with somebody, so I'm going to marry a white person. So I had
You know,
control over it.
eh,
But
eh, eh,
if I say that I want to marry a black woman and I move to Africa, where to a country that's pretty much all black, and I'm going to tie the knot with somebody eventually, did I not have control over that decision to place myself in that um, environment?
I don't know what is.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Oh my goodness.
Don't tell me we don't have control over who we fall for. If you find somebody not to be good for you, cut it off. You have control over that. Because last time I checked, people don't. It's not like we cavemen like some believe to be like they see you, they take a club and hit you over your head, and you knocked out, and they drag you to the cave and have sex with you and marry you. Say, oh, woman, you woman, you mine now. It's not like that.
Mm.
Men make proposals. You got to answer the question, yay or nay. You have control over all that. Just like we as men have control over who we approach in marriage. We can have 10 girls, but we normally just choose one. We say out of the 10, hey, this is the one that's for me. We have control over that because we made a decision. Free will is called control.
There you
Control is the
go.
same thing as free will. So don't tell me you don't have free will. And they say the heart moves how the heart moves. The Bible says that the heart is treacherous. Don't trust it. Only a fool trusts in his heart. The heart will tell you to do the most vile things in life for affection. But that's why God gave us a mind, a brain to work against the heart. So you want to just be full-fledged and go out there, I'm going to live my heart's desires. Whatever my heart says is where I want to be. Then go play the fool. If you don't want to use your mind to place yourself in the vicinity of the type of people you want to get found by, then that's on you. It's like people going out here saying men ain't shit, but they be the same women hanging in the hood on the corner streets and only talking to the corner boys. Corner boys are fuck boys, you know that.
You
They're not
know,
at. Go ahead.
nowadays, this century, women just want to be treated fairly. We just want equal treatment. We just want equal
Here we go.
respect. We just
Here we go with the equal treatment. Here we see Eve. Eve all over again. You got the Eve chromosome just like all of y'all do. You're
that's why
not
you people
equal.
call, that's why you people
You're
call
not
fem.
equal to us. You're not equal to us.
No, listen. You taking it the wrong way. What I'm saying is, in a relationship or in a
No,
marriage,
that's not
you
how you
guys.
said it. That is not how you meant it. That's not how you said it.
But we're talking about marriage here, so that's the concept I'm bringing about. You should know
In
that's what I'm
marriage, you're not
bringing about.
equal. You keep calling yourself a believer when the Bible says that man should be equal to his wife in marriage. Where does it say that?
Listen, let me break it down for you. Could
Where does
you
it? Eve,
let me break
Eve,
it down
Eve.
for you?
Answer me, Eve. Answer me,
No.
Eve. Where does it say that?
You're
Would you
you're
let me
not
break
getting
it
her
down for you?
point.
Eve. Does it say the authority line is man, woman, and child, or does it say the authority is man equal woman and then child? Which one does it say?
No, I understand her point. She's trying to say something.
You're using the points of humans, human logic. Human logic don't fix issues. It creates problems. That's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to
but
teach to you.
so
Listen to it.
if a
Go ahead.
woman respects her husband, shouldn't she expect the same in return? It's
You're,
reciprocal.
you're
Now, why
trying to You're trying to manipulate what you said in the first place. I see what you're trying to do. This is what women do. When they see that they're wrong, they do everything to try to manipulate and turn it around and turn it like they're doing fufu or something. You know what I mean?
No,
No.
I don't know what you mean.
You're not equal. Even
No.
in marriage, you're not equal. When you can understand that, you can have a better, healthy, prosperous relationship because you know your place. And they say, oh, what do you mean by black women? When they hear this down the road, they be like, oh, what does man mean by knowing my place? Yes, like The Rock says, know your role.
No,
Know your role.
wait. Role, responsibility, all that. It comes in different aspects, okay? Men has their responsibilities. Women has their own responsibilities as well.
Is man responsibility to have
Saying,
is man responsibility to exercise authority over his home?
what?
Yeah.
Is you say yes, but you clearly didn't hear us for some reason, which I
Yeah.
believe you did. But I'm gonna repeat it: is man responsibility to exercise authority over his home?
Yeah. Yes.
So where does that leave the authority for the woman to be equal with his authority? Because you can't have two chiefs. You can have a lot of Indians, but you can only have one chief.
Yeah, true. But she's trying to say that he should treat her nicely or
No, we're
fairly.
not. We're not here talking about, hey, do you respect me? Do I respect you? Hey, do I want to give you flowers? Hey, can you come bring me this? Hey, can you come bring me a piece of chicken? Hey, I'm hungry. Respect me. Give me this food that I want. Hey, I want this ring. If you're nice enough and you have enough money, we're not talking about that. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. We're talking about authority. We're talking about power. Y'all ladies like to do one thing. When a man is on point of what he's saying, y'all try to maneuver it. No, y'all all do it. Y'all all do it. Y'all maneuver it. This should try to make yourself seem right because y'all don't want to be wrong. Eve was wrong. So y'all going to be wrong. That's just how it is.
We understand you. Authority at home is supposed to be the man. But when it comes to work, when it comes to occupational authority, it depends on qualification. That is simple.
I
It's
don't even
not
know what the hell that means. What does that mean?
But
occupational. When it comes to work,
work.
it depends on your qualification. But when it's home, no matter your qualification,
You're
it's the
talking
man.
about,
That's
what do your authority at work, or, unless the man is working for you, what does it have to do with anything?
No, she's trying to say at home it's the man that
We know
has
that.
the
She
authority.
said, unless you're at work. Unless you're at work, what? It doesn't make any sense. I'm not
No,
getting
like
it.
in a workspace, like in an office, where there's female and male, the
What do your
authority
husband
is
have to
to the
do with you
person.
being at work, working in an office
No,
space?
that's not a husband. She's just giving you
yeah,
male and female
authority.
No, no, go.
example.
I like words. I like words. I like definitions. I like words. Words equivalent to definitions. You said the man has authority while at the home, but unless at the workplace. Unless at the workplace, what? How does that change the
Okay,
authority?
okay. Let me give you an example of what she's trying to say. The husband and the wife work in the same organization, but she's higher than
No,
him.
that's not what she said. But go ahead. You're
That's
adding.
what
You're
she's
going to
trying to
add it on
explain.
to clean it up. You're the
That's
cleanup
No,
girl. Go ahead. Go ahead and be the
that's
cleanup girl. Go ahead and be the
that's what
cleanup
she's trying
girl.
to say. That's what
that's
she's
what I
trying to say. So the fact that they work in the same company doesn't mean the authority still goes to the man. Just go with the person with the higher qualification based on ranking. But at home is the man. That's what she's trying to say. I get her point.
thank
No, you
you.
don't. No, 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 no. First of all, I'll let you clean it up. Second of all, she said nothing about that. Third of all, how many women do you know that work at the same place with their job where they're higher than their husband? Not many.
True, but then
No, if
the
it's
that
true,
was
then
like a
don't use it.
general view.
If it's true, then don't use it. Talk about the majority. Stop talking about this little 2-3% when we're trying to
Okay,
fix people and deal with
okay,
98% of the people.
Okay, let me give you the example in a clearer view, because if I put the husband and the wife is getting more clustered, I don't know. So let's say a man and a woman, and if they're to be in a family way, it's the man that's supposed to have the authority. But male and female species in a workspace, you get, it's just supposed to be the person with the higher qualification in a workspace for a male and female species. So that's the whole explanation.
Basically, all you're saying is what we talked about in the beginning, that when a woman finds herself in a higher position than a man, then she goes seek other men who are in that same position or higher, and she leaves that man who she sees as a lower man or lower value, lower
Yeah,
income.
true.
So yeah, so basically that's negative. That's negative on you. That's negative on you.
And some, not all, because it's not all women that let the power get to them.
Do you
Because the
believe?
whole idea
Do you
is
believe? Do you believe? Look at the Cardi B's. Look at the Nicki Minaj's and all this and the other. These type of women was able to make a lot of money off bad content, off bad music, things that are very destructive. They made it, regardless. None of these women act like women, nor do they act submissively to their men. All these women are married to men who they see as lesser value. So they pay the bills. The women pay the bills. She pays everything, and she has the fame and the fortune. The men are in the background, playing the background, and don't have any say so on how their house is ran. So you could miss me with that. I've seen this too many times. I'm not just new. I'm not just new here. I've seen this.
well, you can't possibly say the husband is a lesser. What did you say again?
You,
Value or
I
what?
can't. You saying I can't possibly say, but you've already said it.
But you're not sure if it's on a lesser. You're just saying.
We're talking about the nature of women. So don't say what I can and cannot say.
Okay.
We're talking about the nature of women. You agree that the very nature of women do exactly what it is that I said. When they get empowerment, they're not able to lead correctly. So therefore, they leave their homes or leave their husbands, who they see as low value, and go seek a higher value man that's on the same financial plateau as they are.
Mhm. Not all. Not all.
Keep saying it's not
It's not.
all. Give me the percentage.
Yeah.
You want to keep saying it's not all. Give me the percentage. 100 out of 100%. Who's
I
not all? What's the percentage of those who do versus those who don't? In your mind.
okay. I don't know the percentage per se, but I'll
No.
say
You'll say you like this not all. You like to say not all. So I'm giving you the floor. Give me the percentage in your thought from what you see,
I haven't researched it to know a percentage, but
because you know you're wrong. That's why you don't want to
no,
give a
I'm not
percentage.
wrong.
If you well, give a percentage.
Okay, let's say 60.
Well, this is wrong right off the bat, but I'm asking which one is the 60%?
60 is the one that they let the power get to them.
The one that what?
They let the power get to them, like get to the
And
head.
you think it's only 60%? We're talking more like in the 90s, my dear.
Well, I mean, here.
I don't care if it's
Yeah.
Nigeria or not. You
Okay.
see it on a small level. You seen it.
Well, yeah, I can see from my.
Let's go back to what I said earlier. Y'all influenced by entertainment. Black people always influenced by entertainment. Nollywood.
Peer pressure.
When y'all have your Nollywood movies that you could go and turn on today. What's the Nigerian channel we be watching? You remember? All right. Y'all go and turn the Nollywood movie on today. You will see this is today's movie. I'm talking about today's movie. I'm not talking about from the 80s or the 90s. Today, 2022, 2021. Go and turn on Nollywood.
Okay.
You'll see a woman in a three-piece suit with a bag, a suitcase with her, going to the office, making big money, as they say, making 3, 4, 5 million naira a month, and she's too occupied with her career to really stress stress having a man. But then she sees everybody around her that has a man, so now she wants a man. But she never picks that man. She seeks for the man of high income, but they don't get along. So the way some of these stories go is that she wound up mixing it in with this man who is not high value income, but he's everything else that she wants. And a lot of times she don't know which way to go because she want the money, but she want the love. You see what I'm saying? So then these movies will have
Yeah.
these high earning income women get with these low earned income men. But yet, I'm gonna tell you why that's backwards, and that's not realistic. Because when you're low earning in Nigeria as a woman, you desire to have a higher earning income man. So how much more when you have money that you want to be? Because everything's about optics. Everything's about optics. These ladies, whether the movies or in reality, and I'm going to stick to reality, when they reach a certain plateau financially, they want to be looked on and they want to have them optics to see they're a power couple. My God, I do this, but my husband do this as well. So we have it going on. But if this lady who has is a high earning, an executive at the oil company in Nigeria, and her husband is a taxi driver, you think she's going to go along with that and be happy and feel like her marriage is producing the way that it's supposed to? No, no. She told him, hey, if you can't get it together and so-called level up and get where I'm at, or at least close to it, and get your own business, get your own taxi company and own it and everything else, in the back of her mind, she's like, I'm going to leave this man. And I have the right counterpart, my counterpart that I work across from my office right there, who always comes see me and bring me coffee in the morning and always bring me flowers and tell me how beautiful I am. He's already on my mind. I know how this works.
Wait. Okay, true. But you also
True,
happen for
exactly.
male too. You
Huh?
also happen for male figure too. Like the
When,
men, some of them also
that's
do
not this
this.
show. That's not this show. So
Okay.
let's not add something that's not talked about right now. We had time
Okay.
for that before. We have time for that next week or whenever it may be. We have time for all of that. Let's stick to the subject.
Okay.
Women do not know how to handle power. That's the issue.
At home.
I'm not gonna go through this again with you. See, that's why she's laughing. See, you see when women know they lost in a conversation, they turn to jokes and laughter and make it all fun and games. That's what they do. That's what they do. But it's good. But we're gonna leave it here. We had a good talk, man, as we always do. Good convo.
Hey, pal.
Shout out to my Nigerian brother. What was his name? Michael or whatever. Shout out to you,
Yeah.
Michael. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you for joining the show also. And we got like over damn near 100 people, 50 people are here, something like that. So thank y'all guys for showing up tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Once again,
Women power. Jennifer, women power.
you see, Shane say black power. You see, Shane say black power, right?
Okay,
Shane say black power. She said woman power. You see, guys, I'm telling you,
It's a
recognize all the
reflex.
wordplay. Recognize all of the wordplay. Recognize it.
you
Know
are
who you're getting involved with.
women. You are
It's a reflex.
not fighting for black. It's just
I
black
didn't say.
women.
I didn't sit up here and say guy manpower. I didn't say nothing about manpower. I didn't say none of that. I didn't say anything of the sort.
It was a reflex.
Exactly. Reflex. That's who you guys are. You guys are a separate entity. You belong to your own country, you might as well say. And I'm sitting here trying to change that from my African American sister to my African sisters. I'm trying to change it and get us on the same page so y'all guys can learn how to work with us and cooperate with us.
You know we love
That's
you.
what it's going to take. Huh?
like our black men. We love you guys. So just chill and relax.
Yeah, yeah, words. Like God even said that to Israel. He said, "You praise me with your lips, but your hearts are far off from me."
Oh
You
no.
could you could give us the lip service all day until we see it in action. That you guys know how to cooperate with us and do what we ask of. Then we will believe that you love us. And until then, we can't believe it until we see it. Like they say, seeing is believing.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything anymore before you get angry.
Oh, I'm not getting angry. That's not me. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. This is me talking, giving you my 2 cents. That I pray that it's wisdom from God that's speaking through me.
It's
So
black power.
Black Power. All right, guys. Enjoy your night. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. All right, guys. Good
Thank
night.
you.
Good night.
Good night.
All right, guys. Definitely wait for Rookie to drop out. All right, there we go. I was about to do it for you. All right, guys. Good talk, man. Good talk. Good talk. All right. Once again, this is Stephen D. Lyles, the marriage and relationship and spiritual counselor. Worldwide, we do this. Worldwide, I'm doing this. All right. Make sure you guys head over to the YouTube. Check out a lot of our full videos over there. You could type in Marrying Ghana. That's Marrying Ghana, or Stephen D. Lyles Marriage and Dating Show. Look, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. I appreciate you being here. And like I said, without you guys watching, this thing don't exist. Y'all guys are the foundation. So I always want to continue to interact with y'all guys. You can shoot me a message if you need to. Any questions, I'm here to answer them. Best way possible. So once again, man, I enjoy for the ladies and the gents joining the show. I hope you guys learned something from this tonight. All right, guys.